Do you think this is a fair assessment of the defender? Let me know your thoughts. After an impressive loan spell at RC Strasbourg, many were hopeful for a bright future for the Hungarian left-back. But he has a long way to go if he is to convince the COP, and that is the latest in an ongoing saga that has been dominated by mixed opinions and speculation regarding the player's future. I have made my feelings clear in recent weeks. I do not believe he is ready for Liverpool. I would be open to him going out on loan again and then us having a decision next summer. I don't think he is ready to be a squad member at this level, let alone a starter. And it is hard to argue with those co-peats who were less than impressed by what they saw from the 20-year-old against City. At times, it seemed as though every time City attacked down that left flank, the ball came back into the box and it was uncomfortable viewing for Liverpool. It is obviously very harsh to judge someone on one performance, especially when they are coming up against arguably the best team in the world right now. But those supporters who were getting excited about a move to Anfield might have cooled off a little bit. If this was meant to be a trial or an audition of sorts, then he really didn't do enough to convince them. And that was evident in some of the messages they posted on social media during and after the game. One fan jumped on X, Twitter, and wasn't happy with what they saw, comparing him to Alberto Moreno. They said, "Not convinced by Kerkez at all, reeks of Alberto Moreno," while another posted, "Seeing Kerkez tonight, I'm not impressed at all, TBH. A third supporter didn't beat around the bush, simply posting, "Kerkez stinker here." A fourth said, "Not sure Kerkez is a 50 mil fullback, looks average but can run." Let's not forget the player did actually play well against Milan in the previous week, so there are clearly some positives for him to build on. But the step up from French football to the demands of the Premier League and Champions League is huge. And that is a lot to take in for any young player, even one as talented as Kerkez. I've seen enough of the defender to know he is raw and needs more development. His performances for Liverpool under-21s have been decent, but they haven't been spectacular, and he was brought off in the 83rd minute after a disappointing performance. He lost possession on 11 different occasions, connected with just 2 of his 6 attempted crosses, and even played a part in one of City's goals. For me, the jury is still out on the youngster. I want to see more of a fight from him, and I want to see him competing with the likes of Kostas Tsimikas for that left-back spot. Competition is always healthy, but Tsimikas has done enough, in my opinion, to keep his place in the starting lineup. There is no doubt that over time Cagle will improve, and if he does so and becomes a top-class left-back, then it would be fantastic for Liverpool to have him as part of the squad. However, I am yet to be convinced, and I think those copites have every right to question the decision to bring him in. Right now, it doesn't look like he has the quality to be a success at Anfield, so they might be right to compare him to Moreno, who also arrived at Liverpool full of potential, only to fall short of expectations. I hope the defender proves me wrong, because I genuinely like him as a person, and I like his attitude, but I think the supporters' reaction was justified. Now it's time to bring in some new faces at Anfield. Who would you like to see come through the door this month? And would you keep Kerkez? Let me know in the comments section below.